But one thing off top before we even get into anything else, yo, the NBA took it back to the 80s tonight because Serge Ibaka out here throwing blows at the Cleveland Cavaliers, Marquise Childs, and it's like, bro, y'all not due to fold against the Cavaliers for another month from now, so I don't know what's going on. And the Cavs not even finna make the playoffs, so I'm not too sure why they out there fighting, but it is what it is with that. And Russell Westbrook is out here, and he's ready to give anybody and anybody that wants to smoke, they can have it. Because he was out there in Utah cussing some fan out like, on everything I love, you and your wife can both get messed up. He didn't use the word messed. I'm sure y'all can fill it in, but I'm not finna mess with somebody from L.A. that's even if they got a bunch of money and they say on everything I love, you and your wife can get messed up. Come on. He looked like Gio, dude. Russell Westbrook, that was all Kyle right there. That was all Kyle right there. I ain't touching that one at all. But guys, again, thank y'all for tuning into the show. Remember, you can find us here every Monday, 11:55 to 2 a.m. on WHCR 90.3 FM New York, the voice of Harlem, and then subsequently on YouTube, my YouTube channel, Melvin Taylor II. We hit 9,200 subscribers the other day, so that's good. Almost close to 10K, so please make sure to tell your friends, to tell your friends, to tell your mama to subscribe to the YouTube channel so that way we can build that up some more, all right? I got two guests in the studio here with me today. I got a returnee in AJ Dunks, and then I got my friend M out here in the studio who also just released her single Ticket. And then AJ just had his first live show of I Can't Make This Up this past week as well at the Magnet Theater. M,
yeah.
Tell us a little bit about Single Ticket. Well, your single Ticket. There we go.
Yeah, my single Ticket. So it's my first single ever. I finally released it. Yeah, it's just I wrote it and my brother actually produced it. His name's Genuardi. He's sick. He's amazing at what he does. And I got like crazy amount of feedback from like love from it that I was not expecting.
That's
at
awesome.
all. Like, I mean, I obviously like my friends and stuff, but I was like, damn, I haven't heard from any of these people, like new people, and like I'm checking my stats. It's like crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm still, I'm like loving it.
That's
And,
good.
yeah.
What was the vibe like when you and your brother were in the studio creating it?
I'm not gonna lie, I cannot remember this song. Like, because wanna know why?
What?
But this song was actually recorded like about a year ago, and I just like didn't want to release it yet because I just wasn't ready. And then I was like, screw it, like I'm gonna do it, and and it was really good. It was a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely was a
idea.
good idea. It's a great record. So this song was just sitting there, and you're just like, no, it's not ready yet. It's not ready yet. And then you just like, you know what? Let's just go ahead with it.
Yeah, because I'm still working on like a lot of other music, and I wasn't sure if I want to do like a project or if I wanted to just do singles. So I was like, you know what? I love this song, and I'm ready to let go of it and have everyone else. You know, I was like finally like okay with how it was, and I was like, I'm ready. And and now there's just going to be more to come, like really soon.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We're glad to hear that. I know you told us a little bit before the show that sometime later on this month we may be getting another record from you too, correct?
Yeah, definitely. Like,
definitely.
I'm shooting for before April.
Before April. So no April Fool's joke. We definitely going to get it.
Yeah. I mean, maybe I will do April Fool's. Like the first of every month, maybe I'll do something. But yeah, I'm really shooting for it. So.
Okay.
I'm really excited.
Awesome. We're going to come back to a little bit more of your story in a second. I want to hop into AJ.
Yeah, man. What's good?
You had the you had the I Can't Make This Up live show this week.
That's right. That's right.
How does it feel to have the first live show done and out the way?
Man, when I originally came up with the idea, it was as a show. But the only platform that I had to put it up was a podcast.
Right.
So for 3 years now, I've been doing it weekly, nonstop, by myself, producing, finding the guests, creating the tracks, creating everything from start to finish.
Real quick, where can everybody find this podcast just so that way we can continually plug it throughout?
You can find it at www.ajdunk.com.
AJDUNK.com. Okay, please keep going. You're doing everything for the podcast. Keep going.
Everything. And finally, I was reaching out to places, and they weren't giving me the green light. So I had to adjust my pitch packet, come back to people, spend a little time at places, and they gave me the green light. So I'm like, all right, let's do it. Let's get it. So the show felt great, but as soon as I was done the show, I was like, okay, what I was looking at adjustments that I can make for the next show to make it even better.
That's awesome. So just for some of you guys out there that weren't able to go to the show is, if you've listened to AJ's podcast, it's so similar to it, except there's a bodega cat as well that's added, which was so much fun. I'm glad that I'm not even finna lie, that was one of the highlights to me in terms of the show, because I was like, this is just absolutely hilarious. And if this was a late night TV show, I would definitely be tuned in every day just to see what the banter between you and Bodega Cat would be the entire time. It's such a New York thing that I'm sure a lot of people outside of New York are like, why are y'all so obsessed with these Bodega Cats? But when y'all get here, y'all will understand. Was that something that you just kind of came up with to add into the show, to add like a different dynamic, or how did that come about?
Listen, man, boy, see, every answer takes a little bit of time because I gotta dig back a little deep.
No problem.
So I had to, the band that I had that was there, they're not a real band.
He literally grabbed some artists together to put them together to be a band for his show, and they did a good job.
I had to form a band, and I was without real rehearsal time. They rehearsed for maybe like an hour, 2 hours at the most. That's it. So I had to grab all those people, and then since I'm part of a team, my Mama's Biscuits, I figured, hey, let me put my people on.
Right. That's a sketch team, by the way, for those of y'all that don't know.
Wherever I can. So the Bodega Cat, we cool. You know what I mean? I'm not from New York. I'm from Jersey, but him and I, we vibe and we understand each other. We understand gentrification and what's going on.
There you go.
He my voice of reason.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Sometimes you just need somebody to be like, hey, yo, AJ, like, oh, let's you need that.
I need somebody to say what I'm thinking when I can't say what I'm thinking. You know.
There you go. You need a translator at
That's
times.
right.
It's okay. It's okay. We all need that in our lives.
Yeah.
Just real quick, can you run through the show for some of the people? You don't have to give away all the details, but just run through it a little bit so that way anybody that's out there that hasn't been to a show of this magnitude can know what to look out for when they do come to see it.
Okay. So, first off, if you want to, April 14th, I'm having a show at The Pit, 7 p.m., so you can come out. And this is what you're going to see. The show is about stories that can't be made up in order to break stereotypes. All right? So when you come out, you're going to see my guests are going to share stories that have happened in their life that they can't make up. The audience is going to be able to write down questions, and the guests are going to answer the questions. Here's the twist. When you come in, you can fill out your name to potentially be a guest on the show with the scheduled guest that I have there. So you come up, and then it's just a whole vibe of everybody getting to know each other, because I feel like everybody looks at each other and they judge just initially off of how people look. I forget I have dreads sometimes. So I got to let people know that I'm not the stereotypical person with dreads.
Do people play Jamaican music when you walk past sometimes just to see how you gonna react?
Man, I sat on the bench one time and this dude came by. He said, hey, man, what's going on? And he turned up his Bluetooth speaker. And I was like, that is not me.
Sorry, sir. You got the wrong guy here. Let me tell y'all something that was so crazy about the show this past week when I went to go see it, is that so the guest that got pulled up into the show was not expecting it whatsoever. And there's also a bucket in which you can drop questions in. And what was the question about? It was something about sleeping with somebody in your family.
Yeah, the first question that I pulled out the bucket, and I'm telling y'all, everything in this show is real. Nothing is
nothing staged.
It's like, okay, I planned this, I planned that. No, everything is real. You could see it real. And I pulled the first question out the bucket, and the first question was, would you have sexual relations with your cousin?
Yes. Now, the two scheduled guests both said no, obviously, but the last guest wrote no with the face that had tears crying in it. So everybody in the theater was like, what is this? What is this?
Why are you so sad that you have to say no to your cousin?
Right. And she was like, don't judge me. It's my life. And we was like, Okay. Please pull out the next question, AJ, because we ain't trying to dive too deep into that.
Yeah, I didn't want to. I like
even Bodega Cat was like, "Oh,
yo,
what's going on
this
here?"
This is why Bodega Cat was like, "Hey, why you ask these questions? Do you mind if I go to the kitty litter real quick?" And he dipped off, and when he came back, he's like, "Hold on. So you're telling me when I left that you guys were talking about having sex with your cousins?"
It's hilarious, man. Y'all definitely should go and check it out. Remember, April 14th is going to be at the Pitt Theater, the People's Improv Theater. So that way you guys can go see it. Go check it out, www.ajdunk.com. Well, this one, I saw that there was some people there recording. Will this be up on somewhere at some point in time soon?
I will give a preview of what happened during this show for people to look at. Yes.
Awesome. I'm glad that we're going to get that at some point in time soon, but obviously not too early because we still need people to come to the show and not be like, "Oh, I seen it already." No, you only saw a clip. Like,
even if they see that, the next show can't possibly be the same.
It's not going to be the same show. You know what?
It can't happen.
You got me. You're 100% right. It won't be the same show. Em, where you from?
From Long Island.
From Long Island. So growing up, was there a bunch of like music in you guys' household since you and your brother both work?
Like I always loved singing, and then I like wasn't that good, and I was like, I gotta get better because I want to actually do this shit, you know.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna keep going, keep going.
And sorry. Oh my god. And
I'm trying to ride the ship.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yep. There we go.
Yeah. And so I like really just trained myself like just to get better and stuff. But it's been in my family, and I like couldn't get away from it. I tried like pretending I wanted to do other things in life, and every time I was like, nope, I gotta do music. Like, this.
What did your parents say when you first told them, you know what, guys, I'm gonna do music?
Kind of in college, and I was like, I want to do music, but I know it's competitive and all this stuff, whatever, because everyone tells you that and like doesn't want you to live your dream.
Correct.
You know, and
live your dreams, bro. You out there, live your dreams.
So they were kind of just like, if you're gonna do it for real, and we'll support you. Like, don't just like, and that's been amazing. You know, sometimes they're like, are you sure you want to do this? And I'm like, yes, I'm doing it.
Right.
And like, that's it.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
awesome.
really thankful, because if they didn't support me, then I don't know if I would do
You'd probably be a nutritionist or journalist right now.
Struggling.
You know
I would not want to be doing that.
It's highly accurate for a lot of journalists out there. I understand how the game goes, homie. It completely threw me off. What are some of the who are some of the people that you looked up to music wise? Like, what's some of the things that you heard in the house that you were like, oh my God, this is just like amazing? Please don't say R. Kelly, and please do not. I mean, we're not gonna talk about Michael Jackson right now until later on, so we're gonna leave that alone too. But just go ahead with everybody else aside from those two.
I loved everything, and it was just really interesting for me to like learn all the songs and like teach myself everything. So
okay,
yeah.
What's your favorite Georgia Smith record? Yeah, call you out on the spot now.
What? No, I just gotta decide.
Let's go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Decide. Favorite Georgia Smith record. I got mine already.
I know this one's like. Well, I know Blue Lights.
I was just gonna say Blue Lights.
Yeah,
me too.
It's just like it's too good. I mean, it's her number one, so like I do know like all her songs, but like that one just like gets to me.
Yeah.
Or a Teenage Fantasy, which is also like one of her hit songs, but it's a hit for a reason. So you know.
True. I think she was talking to Drake on that record, but we're going to keep on going on.
Oh
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your man Melvin Taylor. I got my guests AJ and M up in the studio. We're going to come right back after we play a couple more records. Right now, Mama I Hit a Lick by 2 Chainz and Kendrick Lamar off of the Rap or Go to the League album. Don't go anywhere. It's The Alternative. We're back right here on The Alternative. Melvin Taylor. I got AJ, got M in studio. M, how does it feel when everybody's out here playing Ticket? Like, what does that feel like?
It's a really weird feeling, that because I've been listening to it since I recorded it, and like no one else really knew it except like a few people.
Right.
And now that people are listening to it, I'm like, damn, like it is good.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I like it.
Right.
But yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. Now we can obviously tell from the lyrics that you're talking about a particular somebody in the song. What did this somebody say when you told him? If before that, have you told him that this song is about them?
Yeah, I played it for him in the car one time when I was giving him a ride.
All right.
And
okay.
yeah, and I was
Okay.
just like, it's about you. I was just straight up like, yeah, it's about you. He was just like, okay.
Bro,
You should have told him to get out.
Okay.
He lame.
I was like,
Lame,
oh.
bro.
Okay,
She
get
wrote
out.
a whole
I'm
song
driving.
about you. Right. Wrote a whole song about you. Be like, oh, yeah, this song cool. Okay, bro. Come on, bro.
I was just like,
She wrote a
alright.
whole song about you, bro. And the song is fire. Don't do that.
Thanks.
Anyway, what? I'm mad that he just like, yeah, this song is cool.
I mean, that's what I remember. Maybe that's not how it happens, but I just
now we got to get his side of the story.
yeah, I don't know.
Oh, okay. On the next week's show.
That's why she waited to put it out.
Right. Has this same person ever written anything about you?
Yeah, I think. Okay,
Oh,
so he
hold
said
on
he
now.
said this song that he wrote and released is about him, about me.
Okay.
But I'm like, is it though? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, all right. Like, it's hard to believe that, but yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a good song too.
Is it?
I'm
is
not gonna say it. Sorry.
Oh, no. It's fine. It's
Okay.
fine. You don't have to. You don't have to. You can. If you have the song, I would love to hear it off.
Yeah,
air.
I'll show you.
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely. That's messed up. You have to be like, is this song about me? Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
that's
it is
just-
about you.
That's just me being like, are you sure? Like, wait,
Okay.
I'll tell you later.
All right,
why.
we'll talk.
Yeah.
We'll talk about
I
that.
can't talk
No,
about
no
it.
problem. No problem. All good. AJ.
Yeah, man.
So we talking about I can't make this up, man. Where did you kind of get the inspiration for kind of like stage direction for it and what you wanted out of the show?
All right. So, Jimmy Fallon, okay?
Okay.
When he first started, I was like, nah, this show is not
Really?
it. Yeah. And
What, if you don't mind me asking, what about it just not made it?
Jimmy,
Oh, okay.
because I was like, his sense of humor does not fall for me.
All right. Got you.
Now,
got you.
his sense of humor mixed with the roots
Works a lot better.
is a different thing.
Okay.
They're able to do a lot of different things
Did he not
together.
have the roots when he started?
But I'm saying at the beginning it was a lot of Jimmy. Then it's like, okay, we got
Okay,
the
and
games
then incorporate
and
the-
then the intros
gotcha.
and just their connection
Needed
together.
some seasoning.
Yes.
Okay.
So that, in time, you know what I mean? You preheat the oven,
There
let
you
it
go.
go, then you let it sit for a little bit and
Yeah.
warm up. So that, and then I was speaking about what I wanted to do, and you, my sir, Melvin Taylor, I put me on to some guy named Graham Norton.
Fire comedy show out there in England, bro.
And I started watching it, and I was like, he got a couple people up here. And it kind of reminded me of like Arsenio Hall, because he would invite out a guest, and then
Mhm.
it would be a guest, and then they would stay there, and then another guest. Like the older hosts would have guests, and they would stay on there.
It's like multiple guests at one
Right.
time instead of just one at a time.
Yeah, and then they get to meet each other, and you get to have a conversation and interaction with them. So I was like, you know what? I like this Graham Norton guy, and I like how Jimmy has a band. Let me
Mhm.
try to mix the two together,
Awesome.
and then come put that towards I Can't Make This Up.
Man, that's incredible. Because I remember when we first had that conversation about it, and then just showing it to you, and then when I went there to be able to see it, I was like, oh, this is dope. I like this. This is awesome. And then Graham Norton's show is it's just amazing. I don't know. A lot of people out there don't. If you don't really know, just go ahead and YouTube Graham Norton. He's an amazing comedian that's out in the UK. It's normally whenever you have either artists or actors, or like if a movie's coming out or an album is coming out and they happen to be over in the UK, then they'll stop by and do his show. And it's just like some of the absolute most hilarious stuff like ever. Like I can't even describe it just because of how random it is. And it's not like it's a set, oh, this is what the show is going to be like all the time. It's very much like I Can't Make This Up, and that it just happens.
Yeah.
You know, it just happens for sure.
Yeah.
Something that I wanted to hop on real quick. I can't even read what I wrote. Ain't that terrible? Did you see the SNL sketch about R. Kelly?
I did.
What did you think of it?
My first thought was that they were playing the thing that Keenan was doing, because Keenan was playing R. Kelly, was that he was playing stupidity.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, okay, the stupidity of R. Kelly. Now, if somebody's watching that and they're not familiar with R. Kelly and what he did, they're just going to think he's a stupid person. And
Right.
then they'll start listening to his music. So I didn't appreciate that. The funniest joke that they made was when they were talking about the devil, when he compared it to the devil. He's like, everybody got some good features. You know, the devil, something. And I was like, okay, because that's where I feel like the jokes should have hit.
Mm-hmm.
It was, I didn't really laugh at it.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, okay, I see it. But I felt like his physical reaction should have been bigger.
Agreed.
And then Leslie should have been more quiet as Gail. Maybe they could have had like a voiceover thing or something like that. I definitely feel like it could have been.
I think that what do I want to say? Maybe because I've been super tapped into everything that's going on with R. Kelly. Obviously, with me being from Chicago, it was the entire thing was absolutely hilarious to me because I'm like, about time. Like now, people are finally seeing, oh yeah, bruh man is like very guilty. Like very, very guilty. Even the joke that he made about, AJ nothing up what a number. Like so many clues I gave y'all over the years, and I was like, well, I mean, yeah, pretty accurate.
I think, yeah, that's funny. But if you are a parent that has a victim of that, you're not gonna find that funny.
No, you're not. I mean, yeah,
because you're not highlighting
no
the part that really should be the funny part.
Yeah,
like he's bad. So he should be highlighting bad people, making comparisons to that. Like, that's what I felt about it.
I get you. Did you get to see any of the? Do you even watch SNL? It's okay if you don't.
No,
not that many people do.
Not often. No.
Not often. Okay, that's all right. Well, they obviously have a pretty funny clip about R. Kelly from this past week. I just want to ask you in general, what do you even think about the whole R. Kelly thing?
I honestly don't. I didn't look into it that much.
Mm-hmm.
I just heard like a lot of things from a lot of people, and I don't want to talk about it.
Cool.
Yeah, because I don't know enough to like have an opinion, and I don't know his history like that either. So I don't want to get involved.
He's a bad person. It's all right. It's okay to say he's just a pretty bad person.
My man, I saw the first. I saw his tape on VHS.
Oh no, bro!
My boy.
My homies in grade school had the tape, and I was like, bro, I'm not touching that. Not happening.
Oh yeah, we had watch this. I didn't watch the whole thing. You know what I mean?
Okay, thank God.
But I watched enough to know that I was like, something ain't right. My man has a camera set up and nobody's there, and he's like acting out motions.
You know what? What's funny about what you just said is actually another bit from the SNL sketch where he was like, "Oh, y'all got all y'all cameras out, like y'all freaky." I was like, "Yo, this is not acceptable right now. It's not funny, but it absolutely was hilarious." But nonetheless, we just go keep on going on because I just thought that was absolutely hysterical when I was watching it. Did either of y'all eat Chef Boyardee growing up?
That red top, that red casing. Yep, throw that thing right in the microwave.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Did you said no Chef Boy? I mean, you was gonna be a nutritionist, so I don't think you had Chef Boyardee in the house.
I've never. Yeah, no.
That wasn't gonna happen. Like what? Did you only eat like good foods, or did y'all have like TV dinners and stuff in there from time to time? I'm just asking. Like some ramen noodles every once in a while.
I wasn't allowed to eat a lot of food.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it was painful. So when I could, I would just like steal snacks and stuff, like anything.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So then she's probably gonna live to be 100 out of all of us. So all good. We gonna keep going. Chef Boyardee this past week had a recall of nearly 3,000 pounds of food.
Oh my God.
Yo, that's insane. So nearly 3,000 pounds of Chef Boyardee rice with chicken and vegetable packages are under recall due to mislabeling and the risk of containing possible allergens.
Oh my God.
How'd it make you feel, AJ, knowing that you grew up eating Chef Boyardee?
Man, I grew up eating Chef Boyardee. I grew up on Johnson's baby powder. I grew up on I grew up on everything that is bad for you.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm still here.
Pretty much.
Send something else.
Pretty much. Like, keep going. Y'all can add more.
Oh.
At this point, I'm just, oh man, that's kind of unfortunate, right? Like 3,000 pounds of Chef, and it's not like the packages are huge either. They kind of, they decent size. So imagine how many packages of that is. What's up? This in the plastic. Well, they kind of do the combination now. Like even with the plastic one, you can sometimes peel the thing off. But the one that I'm looking at right now is the plastic. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good at all. It's not good at all. Stock is definitely gonna take a hit over there for Chef Boyardee. Yesterday, Saturday going into Sunday, was daylight savings time. I remember because I was sitting there. It was not that long after AJ's show when I had got back home, and I was like, oh man, I can sit on the computer for a little bit, maybe watch a little bit of Deeces and Marrow, get some work in. Kyle was even there, and I was like, all right, let me go ahead and do this. And then within the span of like 5 minutes, I was like, oh, okay, it's only like 1:59. Like, all right, cool. And it was like 3:03, and I was like, oh, It's time for your boy to go to bed. I didn't even realize it's late at this point. Like, did a whole hour just go past? What happened? And I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot. Daylight saving time. I'm mostly just bringing it up to be like, yo, why is this still a thing? Why do we still do this?
All the time. I have no idea.
It makes no sense whatsoever. Is there, AJ, you got anything for me? Like, I don't.
Yo, see, look, this is the crazy thing about me. Like, I don't go looking for answers. I feel like answers just come to me. And as this happened, I was on a train, and then I was just like, oh, shoot, this is the longest train ride ever because how late it is now all of a sudden. But my cousin, who is educated, shout out to him. He's in school.
My cousin who was educated.
I'm saying I got a degree, but I just went there for the parents.
Come on now. Don't do that to
I got a degree for them. You know what I mean? You might as well write their name on it. But he was saying that, like, over time, it actually catches up for when the times go forward and back because of the later times in the day. The days get longer and the nights get shorter, something like that. So it actually evens out as you go along.
But there's still 24 hours in a day, which is like how I see it. You know what I mean? Like, there's still the same amount of time. It's just the actual light is different.
I didn't have a debate with him. I just accepted his answer.
Yeah, I'm just trying to understand
his cousin's smarter, so he's just like, yeah, I'm just take what you give me, bro. No, but I feel you.
I just don't get it, but
because but it gets people to stay outside longer. It's warm outside, you know. That's my.
I mean, I guess so. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, maybe I kind of just signal it with, all right, so that means it should be getting warmer outside around now. So hopefully that happens soon, because I'm a little tired of carrying around this like 20-pound jacket outside, being like, oh, it's hot. Let me take it off. Oh, it's cold. Let me zip it up today. Like it's the absolute worst.
And when people get off work, it's not gonna be dark.
Right. Like, oh, it is very nice to walk outside and be like, oh, I feel like I can still go do something versus getting out and being like, man, it's time to go home at this point. I'm like, this kind of sucks. My day is over with. You know, it's like, oh, I can maybe hit the bar for an hour and then it'll get dark and then I'll go home and I won't feel as bad. So that's kind of nice. There was this, I'm just bringing this up because me and some of my coworkers had a debate. There's this video that I found on my lunch break, right, where, you know, the like variety bag of chips where it's like the Lay's, the barbecue and the regular, the Fritos, all of that stuff, right? So Kev on stage from All Def Digital had this video on where him and some of the other comedians there were debating which chips, like the chip ranking. And I just want to ask you guys, because obviously both of y'all are familiar with it. So in this bag, you got the regular Lay's, nacho cheese Doritos, regular Cheetos, Fritos, the barbecue Lay's, and the Cool Ranch Doritos, right? What is the order in which you would eat these in? I'm gonna say it again for you guys so that way you got it, right? You got the regular Lay's. Okay, then you got the nacho cheese Doritos. You got the Cheetos, Fritos. You got the barbecue Lay's. And then you got Doritos.
The Cool Ranch.
Cool Ranch. Yeah. Cool Ranch. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and say mine just so that way if y'all still want to think, give y'all some more time to think about it. In terms of what I'm thinking, Doritos, the nacho Doritos are going first.
Yes.
Nachos Doritos are going first for
agree.
Me. After that, honestly, I'm gonna go Cheetos. Me and some people was arguing on Twitter for a minute. I was like, Cheetos will come second. And then third will be the Cool Ranch Doritos. Fourth will end up being the regular Lay's. Fifth will be Fritos, and the last one are the barbecue Lay's, because I don't like those.
I like those.
Barbecue. Without a doubt. No. What are you talking about? Kyle is saying that the barbecue Lay's are over the regular Fritos. The barbecue Lay's? Okay, well I can throw the free. Yes, you can. What are you talking? What are you talking about? You can throw some cheese on the Fritos, and then you can throw even some ground beef in there, and then you good.
That sounds like a struggle meal, but I haven't tried it out.
Hey man, look, growing up, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, bro.
Like a jail meal, like you put the meat in the bag and all that. You put the cheese in there. Like that sounds like jailish.
If you go to the specific gentrified restaurant, they got a name for that where it's on the menu and it'd be like $8.
I mean, that's not even. That's
real.
not a lie. That's not
Yeah.
a lie. Because depending on where you at, you can either do it with the Fritos or the nacho cheese Doritos. I know in Chicago they call them walking tacos, but they good. They good. Anyway, AJ, I see that you wrote your list out already.
I just want to make sure that
Yeah,
I got them all.
All right, I'm gonna run through them one more time.
All right.
So we got the classic Lay's. All right, the ones with the yellow bag, the regular, the plain ones. You got the nacho cheese Doritos, the regular orange ones. You got the regular Cheetos, not Flamin' Hots, not no Takis, the regular Cheetos. Then you have Fritos, right? Then you have the barbecue Lay's chips, and then you have Doritos Cool Ranch.
All right, I have my list.
You got your list? All right, let's go ahead and give it to us. What we got?
First is definitely the nacho Doritos.
There we go.
Then Fritos.
Wow.
Yeah, I love those. I always love them.
Fritos are number 2.
Yeah.
Woo.
And then Lay's.
Says the nutritionist. All right. And then are we talking barbecue Lay's or are we talking regular Lay's?
The regular one. Then the Cool Ranch Doritos. Then the barbecue Lay's. Then Cheetos last. I never
Cheetos
liked
last?
Cheetos. I just never liked
You just
it.
never got into.
The
What
only-
about hot Cheetos or Takis?
Takis, yes. Yeah, I've never had hot Cheetos. But also I
You
can't.
never had Flamin' Hots?
No, because wanna know why? I
Wow.
can't eat gluten. So that explains why
Okay,
I'm like.
well then that's a little all right.
Yeah.
Well, then that
No, I
kinda
literally
throws
can't.
That
I'm
throws so you're like gluten intolerant then.
Yeah, I'm not celiac, but that
Mhm.
explains why I can't eat a lot of things.
Well, that makes that okay. Well then that shapes things with the list then. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. AJ, what's this list you got for us, homie?
All right. So first up, I got Cheetos. Because number one, when you eating them, it's gonna get all over your fingers. So
True. Same with Doritos, but yeah.
not like Cheetos, because Cheetos are good. I like Cheetos
I
because
feel
they
you.
crunchy. They got a different texture. Each Cheeto does not look the same.
Yeah.
That's true.
So then after that, once you got it stuck on your fingers, everything else is kind of like it falls in. So it's like, I'll take the Doritos Cool Ranch because they're going to make your breath stink. So then when you're done eating them, you can lick your finger.
Facts.
You can lick your finger and get back to the Cheetos taste. Then you go to Fritos because they got a plain taste. You know what I mean? They got that crunch. And then you got that Cheetos on your finger.
Right.
Then I'm going to go to nacho cheese. Once again, dirty up your breath. Then I'm going to go to barbecue Lay's chip to bring a little bit of freshness. Bring like that barbecue outside feel with the family chilling.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to go with the classic Lay's. And when I eat the classic Lay's, I forgot to mention, when I eat these Cheetos, it's going to be with my left hand. Everything else going to be with my right hand. So when it come time to finish off these
Yo.
classic Lay's,
Eating all
The
these
whole
at the same time.
I'm going to pick them up with my Cheetos fingers to get that Cheeto taste back into those classic Lay's.
So,
Wow.
I'm mad that you eating all of these at the same time.
No. I'm going to eat them in that order. I'm going to eat the Cheetos first, then I'm going to eat the Doritos Cool Ranch, then the Fritos, then the nacho cheese, then the barbecue Lay's, and then the classic Lay's. I'm going to have that Cheetos taste, though, throughout the whole thing.
Throughout the whole. So is that something that every once in a while you're eating one, you might just be like, oh, I got to get this little.
Lick a finger, you know what I mean?
Yeah, get this off right here. Okay, I feel that. I feel that. But we're going to take a quick break. Ladies and gentlemen, remember you are tuned in to The Alternative with Melvin Taylor, II, right here on WHCR 90.3 FM, New York, the voice of Harlem. Right now, we got Gloria by Tierra Whack coming up next. All right, don't go anywhere. It's The Alternative. Yo, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Man, Melvin Taylor, II, we are back right here on air. That right there was Shy by Leon Bridges. That song is so smooth. Made me wish that I still had a Cadillac so that way I can drive around to it, but it would cost me way too much to park it in New York, so it is what it is. We are back right here with AJ and M in studio. So real quick, guys, I want to ask y'all, what songs are y'all listening to? Who are y'all listening to? If y'all want to give me one song or one artist in particular, that's cool, but I just want to know who y'all listening to as of late.
Do you know Neomza?
No, who's this?
She's one of Ariana Grande's like 7 ring girls.
Wait, that's a
Yes.
thing? I thought it was just...
No, yeah, she actually bought like 7 rings for 7 of her friends. She's one of them.
Oh.
She's really, really
interesting.
cool.
I thought it was just, I'm just making a record about 7 rings. I didn't think it
No,
was...
she actually bought 7 friends 7 rings.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah,
gonna check
she's
that.
so cool. I just saw her SOBs and
Yeah. So that's who you was going. Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah, she's got a good sound. She's got her own thing going.
All right,
I like it.
Definitely gonna check that out. One of the 7 Ring girls. Okay,
Yeah.
AJ.
I ain't listening to nothing new.
You ain't listen to nothing.
Nope. I'm taking it back to old stuff because it's too much new stuff out there.
I get you.
So
right
what do you
now,
listen to?
Put
So
him
what
on
do I
spot.
listen to
Put
right
him on
now?
spot. Put him on
Follow
the spot.
Me by Elias.
Okay.
That's right. Follow me. Follow me. Follow me. Follow me.
Oh
right.
God, I feel like I gotta clean up the house now. Okay. Okay, that's hilarious. Yo, that's it. Oh, for sure. If somebody's playing that song at a barbecue, the food is gonna slap. Oh my God, food is gonna be amazing. That's hilarious. So Em, I asked this guest of all my musical guests I asked this question of all my musical guests who come on, and because you're a singer, tailored to that, who are your top 5 singers?
That I like. Okay, so this probably isn't gonna be an accurate list, but because it changes all the time.
Cool.
But, like I said, Neomza, like she's like one of my favorites right now.
All right.
Georgia Smith, like I said before. Kalani.
I like Kalani.
Her new project is insane. It's crazy. I also definitely like some Amy Winehouse.
Okay.
Some of that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like I said before, like Bruno Mars and stuff. I don't know. I just like love listening to all their music.
Yeah.
You know, even though I don't make music like that, really, like it just inspires me.
That's awesome.
And it's just a vibe.
It's good though that you can draw inspiration from that. So let me follow up with that and ask you, just over your career, who would be 3 people that you would want to collab with and why?
So I actually never really thought about this.
Cool. We're going to get to it today.
In the past, I definitely would have said Ed Sheeran, but that's totally not my style anymore. I still like him, but I mean, maybe like Drake or something, or I don't even know.
Okay.
That sounds like really basic. I don't even like listen to something.
I'm not
like
gonna
that,
lie, Drake is honestly a very basic answer. So I'm gonna.
I know, and it's
I'm
funny.
gonna need you to give me something different.
Because I don't even listen to him like that. That just like popped into my head. Oh my God, I don't even know.
Yeah,
There's so many people out there. Like Pink Sweats. I was just talking about it.
Artist named Pink Sweats that you like to collaborate. That's one. Now we need 2
really
more.
He's really good.
Okay.
I don't even know.
Yeah, you do.
I guess I would have to say like Georgia Smith again. Like if I could like just write with her, you know, like just
fine. I say collaborate with. So there you go.
Yeah.
Give me one more.
And I don't know. Someone give me some ideas. There's too many people. That's why I'm like.
You don't want to sing with Ariana Grande,
right?
No, because we sound the same.
Okay, you want to be one of the 8 rings?
I'll be the 8th ring.
The 8th ring.
The 8th ring.
You don't want to have it be M and Cardi B on the track, like you don't want nothing like that?
I was thinking Cardi B, like that would be kind of like a cool vibe.
That'd be
like
awesome.
we're so different, and I feel like
it would fit perfect.
Collab, like
yeah, it's like Bruno and Cardi are different. It worked, so why not?
Yeah. Oh my God, their song "Please Me" is so good.
Yeah, it's her work husband. There you go. Tell Offset to chill out. So AJ, gotta ask you, if you could have any 3 guests on the show, who would you have on I Can't Make This Up?
Ooh, I'm glad you extended it to 3.
Oh, no problem at all. I gotta fit the format of the show, my brother. Got to do that.
Number 1.
Follow me.
Well, I'll try to pick different categories. That's not the guest.
That can be the band, though.
There we go. I would say for music, Kid Cudi. I would like to have Kid Cudi on there as a guest.
Interesting.
When it comes to comedy, I would like to have Nori Davis, stand-up comic Nori Davis.
Okay.
He's a good dude.
Yeah.
Met him years ago, and he stays true. So I like Nori Davis, and his career is climbing. Respect to you, my brother.
Good stuff.
And third choice, I'm gonna go high. I'm gonna set my goals high, so I'm gonna say Barack Obama.
I knew it. And for whatever reason, before you even did it, I was like, he gonna pick Barack Obama.
Initially, when you said it, I was like, ooh, Stevie Wonder would be a great guest. But I already had a musical guest. I selected Kid Cudi, so I didn't want to go music again.
So
I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna aim big,
you might as well.
I'm gonna aim the black person that everybody know.
44, bro.
Hey,
get 44. What's up, AJ? How you doing out there? So glad to have you on. Oh man, that'd be awesome.
I really awesome. Get him because he bring Michelle though.
I mean, you know, hey, you know, everybody know. So it is what it is. Hey, man, I just want to say thank y'all so much for coming on the show. I really appreciate it. AJ, for you coming back. You definitely got to come back after the next 2 shows so that way we can talk about how I Can't Make This Up went live, the entire all 3 editions. M, you for sure got to come back after you drop some more of these songs.
Yeah, for sure. The next one, I'll just say the name of it. It's Said You Would.
Said You Would.
That's the title.
Ooh, somebody better watch out because you said you would. Clearly you didn't.
But exactly. It's a good one. It's really different from Ticket in its own way, so I'm really excited to release it.
M, where can everybody find you on social media?
So on Instagram and Twitter, I'm just going to spell it out because people
don't
know. Yeah, so it's at EMGENUARD. And yeah, so that's my Instagram and Twitter, and that's kind of all I really use. So yeah, definitely follow me. I'm always posting like snippets of like what I'm working on and everything.
She is never wearing a jacket. She was always posting snippets of what's going on.
Today I did though.
You did. You did. I was proud of you today. I was like, yo, I literally would be like, yo, why do you not have a jacket on? It's cold outside. Like, what are you doing?
And you was asking about daylight savings time.
Right. AJ, where can everybody find you at,
the name's AJ Dunk. So if you go to www.ajdunk.com, you're going to find my Instagram, my Facebook, and my Twitter is all AJ Dunk. If it's not AJ Dunk, it's AJ Dunk spelled all caps for everything. Except for my Cash App. That's Wet Laugh. So if you want to send me some money, go ahead.
If you want to send him some money, go ahead and do that on Wet Laugh. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and cut into one more song before I come back and talk a little bit about this Yes Jules situation before we end up getting up out of here, okay? So right now I'm going to play a little bit for y'all. I got some City Girls. This song is called Act Up, all right? Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back real soon.